Hello and welcome to another weekly vlog. If you can hear something in the background, my printer is going. So this is going to be a Yarndale preparation mostly vlog. It's the last full week before Yarndale, so I've got lots of stuff to do. I have yarn arriving this week. I've got to order some more yarn. I've got to go through all my notions and decide what to order, my beads and decide what to order, and I need to really do all that today to make sure it gets here on time. I'm also printing more patterns to take with me. And I started going, forgetting I was going to film this intro. So it's going to be a busy week and I will share as much with you as I can. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. So it is the last full week before Yarndale. Next week I only have 2 days to prepare, so my goal is to get all my preparation and packing done this week. Problem is I've only placed one of my yarn orders so far. I meant to order, I was away Thursday, Friday and Saturday at Black Sheep Wools for workshops in the north of England, and I'd planned to order my shopple yarn before I went, and I forgot. It's Monday, it is 10 to 9. I'm already behind schedule because I overslept this morning. So I got up about half an hour later than normal. So the first thing I need to do is sort out my shopple yarn order for all my cyber ball yarns. So that's the first thing I need to do. So I need to just check what I've got in stock and then order. I need to decide whether I'm going to make a Monos or Uruguay order. It didn't sell that well at Yarndale last year. It sold really well at Unravel. Different yarns are popular at different shows. I also want to set up a spreadsheet because I'm not very good at tracking exactly what I sell. So when we're doing shows, we're too busy to basically make a list of everything we sell. So I don't have an electronic stock system, and I try and keep things as simple as possible, mainly because Simon's helping me and it can get really busy. So as long as I know how much money I've sold for, and I can bank that and account for that, that's fine. But I don't have a very good stock tracking system because I know what's on my website before I go, but then I don't add what's come in new orders before I go. So what I'm trying to do this year is actually set up a spreadsheet so I know exactly how much of each yarn I'm taking with me, and I can add in exactly how much I got left when I come back. I'm not going to add it into all the different colours because I think that's what put me off before. I'm just going to write totals. So I've sold 20 cyberball, for example. Doesn't matter which colours they are, just add the whole lot in, because splitting into colours, there's just too many colours to worry about. So I'm trying to do that with both patterns and yarns and notions this year. So that's a little bit of extra work, but I thought if I do it this week, I can just open the spreadsheet and save a new version for the next show. And I need to, because I'm only doing 2 shows a year now, so I need to do that. And I also need to check if I need to order any clutch frames, and I also need to check if I need to order any felt fabric for the linings for the clutch frames. I think I've got enough clutch frames, but I need to just double check. I probably left it too late to order clutch frames actually, so I'll probably just have to make do with what I got. I know I've got quite a few because I made a massive order earlier in the summer. And I need to print patterns. I have 2 patterns that are currently in tech editing, so I need to today go through, because I know my tech editor sent back another round of tech edits last week, so I need to go through those today, and I need to do all this morning, unless I'm going to work this evening. I normally go to the gym on a Monday afternoon, and because I'm away so much this autumn, this is the last week where I have no workshops, no travel, no deadlines, till probably like sometime in December, middle of December, probably the week before we go to Norway for Christmas. So because it's so busy, I can't even remember what I was going to say there. So the things I need to do today are order my shopple yarn first. Tomorrow I'm out all day, which is a bit annoying. I'm just checking my printing. It says stop. I think it's stopped finished printing what I said to print. Right, I'm going off track now. So today I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is order my shop with yarns, and then I'm going to go through my tech editing stuff, I think. I also need to edit tomorrow's video. I filmed it last week, but I haven't edited it. It is Wednesday. What happened to Tuesday, you may ask? Well, I was out all day yesterday. I haven't shown you what I'm knitting this week, I don't think. One of my main projects I've been working on, apart from a deadline project, which I was working on yesterday, is this project. So this is my, I think the other, oh yes. This is a new version, or another version, second version of the Bergen scarf, which is what I was teaching last week at the Black Sheep Balls. I just suddenly thought I'd seen a mistake, but I don't think it is. I think it's okay. I thought I spotted a mistake when I was holding it up, but it's not. So I wanted the second version because the first version was pink, and I thought that's going to put a lot of people off just because people don't like pink. So I'm doing a blue version, which I really like. If it's cold enough at Yarndale, I might get someone to wear it. But I wanted to finish that this week, so it's ready for Yarndale. I am on the final decreases. I have about 40 rows maybe to do, and I'm decreasing, so they're going quite quickly. So I'm going to finish this afternoon. And then I have been umming and ahhing for the last week about whether to rip out the end of this. So I'm going to take my mic off and put this on and then show you what I mean. So this is what this looks like on, and it has a button here. It's the same shape as the Bergen scarf, but the Bergen scarf is shorter. It uses the same amount of yarn, I think. No, this uses slightly more yarn. And I feel like the button should probably be about here. But it's here, so I feel like I could, and the button is knitted, or the buttonhole is knitted at the end, so I feel like I should probably rip this back to maybe about here, so I would be taking back 1, 2, 3, 4 colours, or maybe 3 colours. It's not a ton of knitting. I've been meaning to do it for the last week and I haven't gone around to it, and then I actually decided earlier I wasn't going to do it. But I'm thinking I don't need to go back that much. And I could probably do that tonight, so maybe I will do it tonight. I need to decide exactly how far I want to take it back. I just feel like it'd look better if the buttonhole was a bit higher up, probably above that light blue stripe. By the time you see this, I will have either done it or decided not to do it. Pattern is basically ready. I just need to add photographs, and if I decide to change the buttonhole, I need to do that, and I really need to do that this week so I can get my tech editor to just have a final glance at the pattern and print it off ready for Yarndale. So it's Wednesday today, so if I do this evening, and I think I can do that this evening, then I can get the pattern ready tomorrow. And hopefully she can have a quick look at it because it's just changing my buttonhole placement, and I can get photographs done tomorrow, and then I can print a pattern. So I might do that. I've also taken some photos of these mosaic hand warmers, and I need to decide on a name and add the photos to the pattern. I finally decided a name on my Brioche clutch this morning, which I don't know where it is. New Brioche clutch pattern coming soon. I've got 2 versions, a blue version and a pink and purple version. Pink and purple version is downstairs, blue version is somewhere up here. There's a pile of samples over there. And I decided just to call it a Brioche clutch in the end. And I've added the photographs this morning, and so that's ready to start printing as soon as I finish recording this. Good morning, it is Thursday, and I did a lot of stuff yesterday. Printed loads of patterns, finished off some patterns, got some photographs added to a couple of patterns, and got those signed off for my tech editor and printed off. I've got one more, this one. I decided to change the buttonhole placement, so I moved it from, I think it's about there to there. So obviously I had to move the button as well and change the pattern. Still haven't got photos I'm happy with of that one. I'm trying to take them in my bedroom right now because I've got a white wall there, but I wasn't happy with them. So I don't know if it's raining at the moment. I've got to walk the dog in like an hour. So I might go outside before I walk the dog and just take some quick pictures outside. But I'm going to email the pattern, and then I'm going to email the pattern to my tag editor just to get her to have a quick look at the changes I made to make sure that she's happy with them. Good morning. It is Friday. Did loads of packing yesterday for Yarndale. Unpacked my whole shop order and my whole Yatagron order and repacked it. My shop all yarn I had to price because there's a lot of stuff that looks very similar but is slightly different in price. So just to make it easier for both of us, but especially for my husband, I always price those individually. So that means writing out the price stickers and sticking them on, which is a bit frustrating. Also realized that I haven't changed my prices on those yarns for a long time, and prices have gone up. So I also have increased some of the prices by 50p just because they've gone up and I haven't put them up. The problem is because I have stickers and all the stuff that's in my shop that was left over from previous shows, it means that now I have to, when I pack those, I have to take the old stickers off and put new stickers on. So that's why quite often when it comes to doing shows, I just can't be bothered with the extra work of repricing all my old stock. So I just leave it and think I'll do it afterwards. And then I don't want to do it on my website because all the yarn will have the old price sticker on it. I got to take it off somehow. So, but I've decided I need to put them up a little bit because I'm charging a lot less than what most people are. So I did that yesterday. I still need to pack everything that's in here. So I'm going to start doing that this morning. I recorded my podcast yesterday. I recorded this bit of me talking to you, and then I just hit off, and then I hit record again without changing anything, and sat on lunchtime to edit it, and there was no sound. There was sound on the bit I recorded for this vlog, but not for the podcast, and I don't know why. I'm hoping my microphone hasn't run out of battery. So the way this works is I've got the microphone here, and then there's a bit that sticks into the USB thingy on my phone. And when I charge it, I can't tell whether it's fully charged or not because it doesn't change color or blink or anything. So I don't know. So I don't know whether that's what the problem is. But I now need to record the podcast again, edit it quickly, upload it so I can write my newsletter and add the link to my newsletter. So the plan is to record the podcast, then edit it while I write a newsletter. I'm going to try and be really disciplined when I do the podcast and do it with, so I can do it with as few edits as possible, and then edit it while I write a newsletter. And then once I start uploading it to YouTube, I can then grab the link and put in the newsletter so I can schedule that for this afternoon. But it means, I'm going to waste an hour on that this morning that I plan to do other things. After I finish recording the podcast, I'm going to print off. I've got 3 more copies of my Intarsia scarf to print off. And then next thing I'm going to print are my workshop notes for the Intarsia workshop I'm doing at Yarndale to make sure I got those printed off before I run out of ink. And then I will work out which other patterns I need to print off. I got one more pattern that I need to take photos for. I wanted to take them outside because they look better, but it's so wet this week. It's not raining at the moment, so we'll see if the ground, because what I did at first when I took a picture of the first item in this pair was I put it on the steps in the back garden, and that looked really good. So I'd like to do them both there, but it just depends on, if it's not dry, I don't want to put it on the ground. So I may have to do that on the floor in the bedroom, which has got like a whitish floor and a white door that I can use as a background. Because I need to get that off this morning to my tech editor, just for her to have a final all good. I think the pattern has got the all good. I just need to add the photos actually. So I just want to add the photos this morning so I can print those off. I think that's all the patterns I have to print off done, but I need to just look through my list and make sure. And then go run some errands this afternoon and then do a bit more packing. I need to start packing my samples today as well, because I have not done that yet. I'm also releasing a new pattern today. I've decided, because I have four or five patterns that I haven't released yet. So I've decided I'm going to release my brioche clutch today. So when you're watching this brioche clutch will be out, and it's simply called the brioche clutch. I'll link it below, but if I forget, it's in my Ravelry and PayHip shops, and it is 25% off the pattern only until Friday. I want to stop the discount before Yarndale starts, because I'm not messing around with discounts at Yarndale, and I don't want to charge one price at Yarndale for the printed copy, although that would be justified because it's costing me more to print it, and then a different price online. So I'm just going to do a short discount on this till next Friday. And then I wanted to close my shop today, online shop today, so I could pack everything, but I'm going to leave it open over the weekend. I'm going to try and pack most things, but I'm going to leave the Yataghan till Monday, so that or Sunday evening, so that if anyone wants to buy the yarn for this, they can do. By the time you see this, my online shop will be closed. So, but you can get this yarn, which is Yataghan Merino Cotton. You need 100 grams of each colour. You can get that plus the clutch frame at Yarndale or in my online shop once I get back from Yarndale. Right, let's check if this is recorded with sound and then do my podcast again. It is Sunday afternoon by 3 o'clock. I would hope to have started this a couple of hours ago, but we had a bit of a line this morning, a little bit of a lazy start. Then we went to the gym and worked out for about an hour and a half, I think. Did some shopping, came home, had lunch, showered, got ready. And I've just spent nearly half an hour, I think, just making some corrections to a sweater I cast on a few days ago. I can't remember whether I've talked about it or not, but I'm not going to talk about it too much here because I'll talk about it on the podcast. So I just had to make some updates to the pattern and print out the next section so I can get on with that. And now I'm going to pack. I'd like to try and finish packing everything today. I've got about 3 hours. I need to pack all the yarn in here. I need to pack all my samples. I may have said this before, but normally we would leave for Yarndale on a Thursday morning. So we'd normally, before COVID, Sam would come home from work on a Wednesday and we'd pack the car, or he'd pack the car, and I'd have everything ready more or less in the lounge. Since COVID, because he's working from home, we might pack earlier in the day, but we still left on Thursday morning. I apologise for the light. And but this year we're actually going on Wednesday morning, and Tuesday evening we normally go to spin class, so we won't get home till 7:30, and then we got to have dinner and relax for a bit and all that kind of stuff. So we don't want to pack the car on Tuesday evening. Simon may not have time to do it after work on Tuesday, depending on whether he can finish work early or not, which he probably can't. So we want to pack the car tomorrow evening, Monday evening. And I do not want to spend all day tomorrow packing. I'm working tomorrow morning. I'd like to focus on doing the final preparations for my class on Sunday and catch up on emails and all that kind of admin stuff tomorrow morning. And then I want to go to the gym in the afternoon. So if I don't get the packing done this afternoon, I can't go to the gym tomorrow. And I really want to go to the gym tomorrow because I'm a bit addicted to going to the gym, especially because we're away for 6 days. So it'll be 6 days with no workouts. Yes, I'm that addicted. I don't want to miss any gym sessions. So I'm going to go start carrying stuff into the other room, start packing it, go count as I go. I unpacked my bead order yesterday. There's 2 of those boxes, and I have to price those because just to make it easier, I like the people to be able to just pick up something and know how much the price is. So I put stickers or cards with prices everywhere, and I also price stuff to make it easier for Simon. So all the beads, they don't say on the packet how many are in them, but apparently it's 500. So I write 500 beads and then the price on them. And I've actually had to increase my price slightly because I realized I was way below what what David Abraham's beads are charging for their beads, which are the ones I'm buying wholesale. So I've increased it by 50p. They charge a different amount for the size 6 and the size 8. So I'm keeping my price the same for both just to make it easier. So they charge £5 for their size 6 and £3.75 for their size 8. I've gone for 4 because I used to charge £3.50 and I don't want to go all the way up to 5 or £4.50. So I've gone up 4 now. And also I've changed the price on some of my sample yarns because I'm paying more for them, and I haven't increased my prices for several years. So as I'm packing that, I need to check that they're all priced individually. All my Manus yarns are not priced individually because they're easier to work out. The sample yarns, the sample 100 and sample 100, which look the same, but they're different prices because one is merino and one's merino nylon. And the same with laceable. There's laceable and laceable 100, and they're priced differently. Then you got the crazy sample and the sample static is 6-ply, which look the same but are different sizes. One's 150 gram, one's 100 gram. So they're different prices. So it gets difficult. And I want to make stuff as easy as possible to understand the price and it's easy for Simon to understand the price. So there's a bit of repricing that has to be done as well. But I'm going to go and start packing now. It is nearly 5:30. My shelves are looking empty and a bit messy. So I've packed all my yarn. I have packed, and I'm just checking my phone. I have packed all my yarn. I've packed all my samples. There's one sample I can't find, but it's not a super popular one, so I think it's fine. I need to all my old beads I need to reprice. So write new labels for them. I'm not doing that tonight, I don't think. I don't know, maybe later on tonight, but I don't think so. And what else do I need to do? I need to cut out felt so I can make up some packs of the felt and clutch frames from my clutch bags. I need to count my clutch frames. Price the old beads and pack the beads. I've priced all the new ones. And I need to get ready for my workshops. I need to go through all my notes from my workshops, make sure they're correct. I added an extra chart that I haven't used before, so they can choose between 3 different. I'm doing intarsia. They can choose between 3 different stitch patterns, and I'm wondering whether I should leave the last one I made up. I'll see. I might try and see if I can knit the swatch tonight, and I can check that the chart is actually correct. Then I can print that off tomorrow morning. I need to pack needles, notes, swatches. I need to make up little yarn packs because everyone gets the yarn, but because it's intarsia, we're only making little tiny things like this. I have pattern for 3 different things, so they're not going to need a lot of yarn. So I don't want to, give everyone 50 gram of each color because I'm tight. So I need to do that. Then I need to get all my paperwork my cash, which is here, and my cash box, and my PayPal card readers, which I've checked are working. And I need to get all my power banks. I have quite a few of those. And I need to print off all the paperwork which came through last week. And all my display stuff. But some of that's in the garage. Some of it's I got out already. So I'm getting there, I think. Still printing some patterns. I've gone through all my samples and written down the samples I'm taking with me to make sure I got patterns, because I have before got to a show, got samples out that I wanted to display, and then realised I didn't have the patterns for them. And that's stupid, so I don't want to do that again. I also tomorrow, or probably Tuesday actually, probably Tuesday afternoon, when I've packed everything I need to pack, I want to spend some time actually tidying up in here. So because now there's stuff like everywhere, it's a tiny room. If it was just a single bedroom, it would have room for a single bed, maybe a small wardrobe, and that'd be about it. It's tiny. My desk, which is quite wide actually, it's nearly the width of the room. So it is really tiny. I can barely move in here. So when I got stuff all over the floor, it's just a mess. So I need to try and tidy up what's here before we go. So when I come back, it'll make putting everything away a lot easier. I'll take you and show you all the yarn I've packed now and the samples and how I pack those. So I was sitting on our bed and doing the samples. So this bag is full of samples. I was thinking about putting them all in there, but I feel like they're going to get messy. So most of them are in that box. And that's a lot of cardboard boxes that hopefully Sam will take out the garage for me. Then I got these little slip dresses, which I put on my dress forms. I really like to get some like little black dresses, jersey dresses, or skater dresses or something. But every time I pop into local charity shops or like cheaper stores like Primark and stuff, I can't find any. So these I've had for years. I got one other one. I need to get them ironed before we go. And in here is the main chaos. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 yarn bags, notions in there. I was wondering why it was cold in here. I opened the window earlier when I was sitting in there packing yarn and I forgot to shut it. That's why it's cold. That's stuff for display. That's the yarn bag I haven't used. So 4 yarn bags. I managed to squeeze everything into there. So even though I have got a few things I need to do tomorrow, I am more or less ready for Yarndale. So I think we'll end this vlog here, and then I need to see if I can actually edit this into some kind of coherent vlog worth posting online, or whether I filmed all this stuff for nothing. We'll find out. But I don't want to do any filming tomorrow because I want to just knuckle down in the morning. I need to catch up on a bunch of emails, so I'm going to do that first. Then I'm going to finish getting ready for Yarndale. I need to do the beads and whatever else I said was on that list. And then, so we can pack the car tomorrow afternoon. And then I'm going to go to the gym in the afternoon. And then when I come back from the gym, I'll probably spend the time cutting up the fabric. I could do the fabric on Tuesday afternoon because I'm not doing anything Tuesday afternoon. And we can just put that in the car last minute because it doesn't take up that much space. So this is a little bit rough and ready, messy vlog, but I hope you enjoyed it. Week before a show is chaos, and the fact that we're leaving a day earlier this year, because normally I wouldn't necessarily start packing all the yarn till Monday and spend like most day Monday and Tuesday packing, and also most of Wednesday. But this time, because we're leaving a day earlier and because we want to go and do our spin class on Tuesday and I want to go to the gym on Monday, I am trying to be more organized and not have to like work all evening. And also because our daughter's coming home while we're away with some friends, we need to get our room ready, because 2 of her friends will sleep in our room, 2 will sleep in the spare bedroom, or 1 will sleep in the spare bedroom, and then Sam is using Emily's room or her old room as an office. So he's going to put the mattress down on the floor so she can sleep on that. So he's going to make up those beds and make sure those rooms are tidy. And because they're coming to stay, we want to make sure the house is not too embarrassing. I mean, it's not tidy or clean, but at least not too embarrassing. So he needs, and he does most of the housework because I can't do it because of chronic neck and back pain, which is why before COVID we used to have a cleaner, but we don't anymore. So he's got to do all the hoovering and the bathrooms and make sure the kitchen looks hygienic and do some laundry. Because if I do that, I'm just going to end up in too much pain. So there's extra bits to do. Normally we would probably just leave that till we get home, because I mean, I'd like to do it before we go so we come back to a tidy house, but normally we just leave it. But because Emily and her friends are coming to stay, we want to make sure the house is not embarrassing when they arrive. So that adds a few more extra jobs too, which is another reason why we want to make sure that we're ready like a day early, so by end of Monday. So we've got Tuesday to do any last minute things. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this rather rough and ready and slightly chaotic vlog. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. If you're coming to Yarndale, come by and say hello. I have no idea what stall I'm on because I haven't looked at my paperwork yet, but I'll be in the programme. You'll find me. So come by, say hello, and I hopefully will be able to film a bit of Yarndale, which I'll share next week, depending on how much I manage to film. I always kind of want to film like a setup, filming me set up and pack up and a bit throughout the show to do a vlog, but I just never get around to that. But I might try and do it this year. We'll see. So there may be a Yarndale vlog next week. There may not. I think there will be a podcast on Thursday, which I need to film Tuesday morning and edit and upload, because I have done quite a bit of knitting and I haven't shared it yet deliberately, so I can share it in the podcast. So I think there will be a podcast on Tuesday. Or there'll be another video, but hopefully a podcast. Right, that's it. I'm going to stop talking, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.